Greetings everyone, greetings and welcome. Today we're going to take a quick look at the patch notes from January 4th that they just added for Pantheon. Some really nice stuff in here. One of the first is this added the disable sky option in the graphics tab of the settings window, which allows players with NVIDIA 900 series cards that are having their screen turn black, which has been a big issue, to disable the sky rendering, which should fix the black screen issue for them. It's a lot more clear to see at night, but here in the game, I'm just here at one of my favorite camps here, farming some undead. The change isn't as noticeable at night, but if we go to the settings bar here under general, under graphics rather, we can go to disable sky. You can kind of just see a slight hint of it here during the day, but it's a lot more noticeable at night. But you can just check that if it's causing you trouble. They increased experience a bit for mobs below your level, which is nice. I'm a bit over leveled here at this camp. They added /rest as an alias for sit, very interesting. Either one will work. Adjusted hunger and thirst elements so they don't take up so much space, and we can see that up here. So here's my character screen. You can notice the bread and water is like 2 bars next to each other now instead of over top of each other, so that's a pretty nice change. Okay. Character should now be returned to bind if the player is unable to enter the world with that character and is disconnected after a 3-minute loading timeout. Warrior banners are no longer targetable, so that's really nice. You can just skip over that with tab targeting. Sometimes there can be a lot of clutter and it's really hard to target something. You can start dragging a corpse from a little further away, huge. And then something I'm very excited about is this added disable click to clear targets option in the general tab. So that's a frustration that I've had playing as a healer. Sometimes I'm, clicking and it just removes my target, so in the heat of the moment. So disable click to clear targets here. That's very, very nice, so I'm gonna actively be playing with that. One issue that I did see is people who had the game through Steam, their macros were reset, and that happened to me too as well. So all the stuff that I had kind of scaled up so I could see a little bit better, and my macros, all that was unfortunately wiped. So I had to redo all that. Not really sure what caused that. And there's just some additional patch notes here that you can kind of pause and go over if you want to in more detail. Really, like, some of the main stuff is crafting. This is from the Pantheon Discord here under patch notes. They've added additional supply crate spawns everywhere around Thronefast. Treasure chest spawns have been adjusted to be less predictable. They've updated some quests here, which is really exciting. They made some changes to NPCs. I think they fixed one of the NPCs at this camp. There was a Demith soldier that was kind of up on top of the cliff, and sometimes you could run to him for trouble if you get a bunch of ads from that undead camp, but unfortunately that's no longer a thing. The Ghostly Riddler is a big change, so that sometimes he's a little bit wonky, and now it seems like they fixed his spawn. So he'll only spawn during the appropriate hours. Dire Lords fixed the duration and anchor of Sanguine Shield. Monks got some nice updates. Paladins, rogues. This is actually my first time kind of reading through this. I've only played clerics, so if your class is in here, looks like a bunch of people really like the thing for wizards. Disabled additional VFX components for static arrow for the time being. A bunch of people sort of gave some emotes for that. No cleric changes, but I've been doing good here at this camp. Common quality schematics have been added for weapons at skill level 30 and skill level 60. Huge. A lot of crafting changes. You can scroll through that if you want to. It's a little bit outside of my wheelhouse, honestly. So we'll glaze over the massive amount of crafting changes, but that's going to be huge in this MMO. So if you're a crafter, I'm sure you're happy. One of the biggest things too is this this very first bug fix here. The embarrassment of saying slash in chat for everyone to see is no more. I've said that in chat multiple times. I've messaged it to people privately. I've said it like out in slash say. I use it a lot. I got used to using it a lot in EverQuest, so that's gonna be nice for me. They fixed the nameplate chat bubbles. Those are really funny. That was really nice to see. I think I got a few moments where I captured that a lot. And so they fixed some of the tooltips where sometimes the wrong text would be prevalent. And here, a bunch of people like this too. Fixed an issue where mobs that are in combat would sometimes get stuck in a state where they would stop fighting. So that was really huge. And really, that's it. A lot of crafting changes and just some really nice quality of life changes, some updates to the UI. Excellent, excellent updates. So awesome. Other than the macros getting wiped out, I haven't had any issues. Feels good. It feels smooth. As a cleric, it's kind of a struggle, but that's just kind of where we're at. So thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.